Good evening. You're watching Truth Be Told on the social media handles of Boom Live. I'm Faye D'Souza. Thank you for joining me. It's a very interesting and also very important conversation. Now, we've been reading in the news that several states, led by Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and of course Gujarat, have modified, if not completely done away with most of their labor laws. Other states like Odisha, Karnataka, and Rajasthan have made mild changes, but UP, MP, and Gujarat have made sweeping changes to their labor law, including laws that actually mandate a weekly off, laws that govern safety in factories and workplaces, laws that govern your provident fund, your gratuity, how your employer has to look after you, if at all, if you receive an injury while at work. Here's the thing. A lot of people assume that this is about a factory worker somewhere in a factory, but it is not. Every single employee, salaried employee in the country is governed by labor laws. So if you work in the states of Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh or Gujarat, these law changes also impact you. You could be in a bank, you could be in a media house, you could be in an advertising agency. You come under labor laws yourself. I have Mr. Ramakant Gaur joining me right now, who is a lawyer in Delhi. Mr. Gaur, thank you so much for joining me. If you would just explain to us what these changes will mean as an impact for salaried employees.
See, there are major changes. And what I'm apprehensive about is that the right to life, which is guaranteed under the Constitution of India, is being done away. Few states have, as we were discussing, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Gujarat, they have done away with the impact of the majority of labor laws, which were protecting the rights of the workmen. And workmen is not confined to a labor class. Anybody who is working in the financial establishment would fall into the definition of workman if he or she is not in a managerial position. A great fight has been there. Like a journalist would also fall into the category of workman or not. It has been a long drawn battle.
Yes.
So, as a matter of fact, their wages, their working conditions, their EPF, their ESI, everything is going to be, governed by your employer now. The laws which were there for protect you are not there, and the umbrella is taken away by respective state governments. And I'm surprised because on one hand, central government has been saying, please don't sack your workers, give them absolute pay, and all that has been said by the central government. On the other hand, these state governments have done away with the umbrella of the labor laws. And what are they doing? What are they intending to do? What they are saying is something different. What they are doing is something different. I'm really surprised by it.
Well, I do want to ask you this. From my understanding, this also takes away our ability as employers to approach the courts for redressals, doesn't it?
Absolutely. When a state government is saying that these laws are not there to protect the workmen, they are not available to a workman, then the ability to approach the court is already taken away. The right to approach the court is abridged. That's a fundamental right, which is impacted by virtue of these orders, administrative orders.
I do want to ask you this, Mr. Gaur. Obviously, labor laws are part central subject and part state subject, which means that there are some rules that the central government can modify and some rules that the state government can modify. But, for example, the state of Uttar Pradesh to make an announcement saying that, listen, all labor laws are effectively set aside other than those that protect women and children. Is that within the purview of a state government to do such a thing?
As far as state government is concerned, they may not have power to do that, but it is Yogi Adityanath's government, so Yogi Adityanath can pronounce anything and at any point of time. So, but it may not be a legal order. We have seen certain orders passed by Yogi Adityanath's government, including certain ordinance, and we have seen that even Supreme Court did not came to their rescue when it was an issue of publishing some names on hoardings and publishing certain
Yes.
names, photographs on the posters. So they may pass some orders, but whether that is legally valid or not, they don't care about that. That will be a
So
subject
you
matter
believe,
of the court.
yes. Do you believe that this matter or these government orders or GRs will be challenged in a court of law?
Absolutely. They are going to be challenged in coming point of time. This is a crucial time when even High Court is not working, Supreme Court's working is also impacted. But in coming times, such orders are going to be challenged. They may be orders passed in a hurry, but they are, since they are abridging the very right of life, which is guaranteed by the Constitution. How can an administrative order, prevail over the constitutional right? I am really failing to understand. This is something absurd.
Also, I want to ask you about the EPF, the PF, and the gratuity. Now, these are contribution plans where employees are contributing to this through the course of their entire working lives. Can it be changed like this overnight with the sweep of one pen? Because
Absolutely.
technically, what happens to
Absolutely.
my contribution?
Absolutely not. In fact, these would fall under the central subject, and central subject would not be taken away by virtue of any order passed by the state government. So these are governed by the central government. Labor Ministry governs the subject of EPF and ESI. They cannot be abridged by state government.
Right. And last question, Mr. Gaur, if when you examined, the GRs that have been placed before, that have been put forward by these governments, and you did say, of course, that they're likely to wind up in court. Do you believe they're legally tenable?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because they have no legal force behind it. They may be issued. We are going to face elections in UP. They might have been, issued by keeping in mind that we want to say this, we want to save industrialists' right, but such orders are bad in law. They are going to face the dust in the courts of law.
So, is it fair to say that, in your opinion, you believe that these orders, instead of boosting economy and boosting business and creating more jobs, will do the opposite, which is make room completely for the exploitation of workers?
See, if they want to boost the industry in their respective areas, like if Yogi Adityanath want to do that, they would provide certain benefits to the industrialists, the workmen in real terms. If we talk about Noida, Noida is one of the prominent zone in Uttar Pradesh, state of Uttar Pradesh. Law and order situation is not good. The highway which leads to the industrial zone is not safe even today. You cannot travel that highway in night. So if this is the situation, and then what is the rate of interest of loan being provided by state financial corporations? That's too high. And the corruption. So there are various perspectives which have not been looked into. State of Uttar Pradesh has come out with an industrial policy in 2017 and then 2019. They have talked a lot. But what is happening on the floor? Whether there is single window scheme available in state of Uttar Pradesh? The answer is not. On paper, that may exist. But what happens there in real terms is really not appreciable. As far as the labor laws perspective is concerned, I'm coming back to the question. As far as that part is concerned, we need to look into whether you can do away with the rights of the workers. How would it benefit your people? Ultimately, you are looking for the welfare of the state. And if you are actually meaning to yield that, then what are you doing for that?
Yes.
You will have a number of workmen here, because number of people have come back from various states, and various people have come back to the state of UP. Whether you can be able to provide them something in the name of unemployed benefits, or you will be able to provide them some employment? The answer is not. So
Right.
these are various questions which are going to haunt the governments of the day in coming times.
All right, Mr. Ramakant Gaur, thank you so much for clearing that up for us on the Truth Be Told. Remember, if you have questions about anything you're reading in the news, leave us a comment at the bottom of this video. And of course, for all of your fact-checking needs, go to Boom Live on its website or its social media handles. Thanks for watching.